Oh, that's Melch. You want to let them know the
See if it's audio.
No, of course. Absolutely.
Nice.
So we get a shot of that and then we can back up.
Do what?
Yeah, I think that does say Mike.
I don't know if it says AV. Alright, you guys, we've got a lot to do today, so we're going to get to it. Couple things. Usually in our meetings, we all kind of end up having discussions, answer each other's questions. Now that we're putting this up on YouTube, I would try and get absolute silence, and then we'll just call and have it like kind of just really cut and dry. Gary, you have a question? I'll answer a question. I'll have Derek answer a question or Joe answer a question. Just one voice. It's just for broadcast because we're not the only people who might see this. It's going to go to the public. Maybe get some recruits for our society. Just get a little more discipline in this meeting. Okay? So that's kind of like the video etiquette we're going to go through. Our reports will be real quick. Welcome everyone. Everyone know Chris Brewer. Chris Brewer is coming back to help referee studies from Pacific Northside. Chris, do you know everyone here?
Couple.
Joe, Gary, Paul Pettit, Mark, Joe, Ray, Rick, Derek, Steve, and Jim Bramley. But it'll be a test afterwards. Yeah. Just want to start welcoming newer people that we haven't seen and get them more society feel. So reports, Chairman, I don't know where Charlie is.
Fishing.
There you go. Treasurer report, I sent out the P&L for June and July, I believe. Still need to collect some money. Tracksuits, I will give an update Wednesday. I was told they would be 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. So I'm still working with RMA. It's a cock-up from Canterbury. Has anyone gone to the store yet and done anything on it? Yes?
I didn't do anything, but I went to it and it looked
Okay,
very nice.
well, yeah.
It looked nice.
Yeah.
Good.
So as part of the report, I need you guys to figure out a way to compensate refs and how much kit we should combine them. Just send me ideas, send Charlie ideas, send Tim ideas. Hey, how about if you ref this many games, you get this much credit. I kind of want to be more of a society going forward and not just your executive committee making all the decisions. So let's just have everyone give input, everyone welcome new members, everyone just be involved in the society. So send me your ideas, we'll put together something, come up with a plan, and you guys can start ordering kit on your own, and then we can start compensating you for it after you do X amount of meetings, fitness sessions, whatever you come up with, okay? Math secretary, 2 things. Season's coming up. Rick can send out a Google Doc to get everyone's availability. We shouldn't have to hold your hand to get your availability in, but Tim does assign games based on your availability. So, if you're not filling anything out, you're probably not getting any games. And you're like, well, the society's not developing me, I'm going to go away. Yeah, again, take the time, do it. You shouldn't have to hold your hand, but let us know if you need some help with it, alright? Also, he sent out Aspen availability. Make sure you get that back to him, and we'll talk about that in a second. Recruitment officer. Derek was the recruitment officer, really doesn't want to do it anymore. Again, it's the society's responsibility, everyone to be a part of recruiting. We are dying with numbers. We've got some new referees that we didn't develop and they left. We're not getting any younger, we're not getting any fitter, and we have a core of high performance referees. Then we're lacking, and we got a big group of up and coming referees. We need to push our up and coming guys, get new guys in, and get a core from top to bottom. Good, better, that's greatness. All right, we need everyone to recruit. Send me names. Send who's good at sales here. Who can put up names on a spreadsheet and follow up with them. Hey, I talked to Ray last week. He is taking 6 more classes at CU, and then he wants to come back and do it. So let's log him a phone call in 6 months. Joe met a guy who is going to move here in a week. Let's follow up with him in a week. Who can do that? Who can help us out with that? Let's all be a part of it. Okay? Fitness goals. We are going to run a beep test next meeting. And that ties in for a little bit of this. Any of our C1s or territorials that want to retain their territorial referees, they need to get a 10 on the beep test. Welcome, guys. So this is a good standard. You guys should kind of know what your beep test was from last spring. if you don't know what a good beep test score for you would be, just email me or Tim and we'll come up with a number what we think you should be. And let's try and get it, and then you'll have your base, and then we can run it again October, November, into the season, prepare for spring coming up, okay? Does anyone need a copy of the beep test? I can send it to you wherever you send it. You can download it on your iPad, iTouch, whatever, and just put it on some speakers and run it. Give Tim or I a call. We usually down and run it with anyone, wherever, you know. Territorial requirement for referee. This came down from the west. For people like Joe, Dan, Taffy, Larry, Gilligan, Stan, and Charlie, they need to re-up their territorial requirements. For people like Brighton and Jen Gray, Craig Tarr, you're a C1. Anyone else a C1? You're probably a C1 from Pacific, aren't you? If you want to make territorial requirements, you need 2 above grade reports from an EPR, I believe, at a level 4 game, or a level 5 game, which is basically a D2 men's, or an at-grade, 2 at-grades on a level 4 game, which is a D1 men's. So if you're not what?
Or one of each.
Yeah, you need 2 from those categories, okay? Within 18 months. You also need to get a 10 on the beat. Preferably at altitude, because you guys are refereeing at altitude, so don't go to California and be sneaky like we do. If people like Joe, weather territorial, he needs to just get a 10 on the beat and recalibrate with 1 at or above grade on those 2 matches, and he'll be retained as territorial referee. Okay?
I'm going to finish real early.
How's your ass been? Every year we have the Rugger Fest. The numbers are dwindling down. We're doubling our exchanges this year, so it's taking away spots. We developed a exchange with British Columbia, so and we're going to bring our 2 guys from the Southwest group, which is England. And we didn't cut off the South in time, so we're going to bring the South back. So we're going to have 4 spots to referee, leaving really only 10 spots total. So we're going to bring in 6 referees from us to referee in the main tournament. But we still need people to referee on Sunday. We still need support group, ARs, coaches, and performance reviewers. We're only bringing in 1 performance ringer. We'll have Joe and another performance reviewer. We're bringing in most will be coaching. And then we're also going to have the USA Director of Coaching, Matt Easton, in. So ideally, on the ERRFU's executive committee decision to kind of narrow down our pool, we're basically asked that every referee try and be there for at least Friday, Saturday, Sunday. These are not disqualifications per se, but it'll be considered on who we choose. If you can be there on Thursday, great. We're also going to, take people who show up to meetings regularly, come out to fitness, doing their availability, who's refereed a lot, who actually who contributes a lot, to our society, and not just bring everyone as a reward anymore. We just can't afford it really anymore, and a lot of people just come up there and hang out, not really do anything. That's the kind of decision the executive committee made. We haven't decided the numbers. We probably need 6 referees. We probably need X amount of ARs. We'll have to see what the ability comes back on that. So it could turn out that you might not come up that year. And you're welcome to come up, but it won't be on our dime. If you're developing and you want to get a chance to referee, we will have the Jackalope tournament the weekend before up in Laramie. That would be a great opportunity for you to go up there and really referee a lot. And then maybe come up and you'll be an AR and you won't referee so much on Aspen. That's just kind of, the numbers are the numbers are. There's just not that many games up there to do anymore. We don't need to pay for a hotel room for a guy to show up to AR twice in the weekend. So, sorry, but that brings me to my next point. If you are on the short end of that straw, what can you do next year to make sure that you are an integral part of the society? If Tim is not selected and maybe makes himself a little bit more available. Maybe he helps with recruiting, maybe he runs for match secretary or fitness coordinator to help us out, coordinate a party, whatever. Just volunteer to go tape referees, show up for AR assignments. Just, you know, be something that we have to go. Tim has to come up to Aspen next year. He's done this, 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 and this so much. Absolutely, we're bringing him up. You know, make it tough for us to pick. Basically, the scrum session, 15 minutes early. So what the plan is to go down. Glendale should have hopefully a complement of front row packs, a couple packs, and we can go over the cadence. There's something that we were missing out that we realized from Greeley, that another step to it. We're also going to have everyone practice with it. I would like also them to kind of learn from it, so you know they can be better at it. And then I'd like to also let them cheat a little bit and see if our referees can catch them. You know, boring in, lifting up, what happens? Because based on, Joe, I'll get a report from Glendale. Based on from Cowpie, a lot of referees, it was like, I hope this scrum goes well. Bucketed, reset. Reset, let's get over it. So,
Sounds like a back.
Joe, how was Glenwood?
Glenwood, there were 5 of us up there. One fella from Utah brought that to 5.
Will you get that camera on, Joe?
It was pretty much a 1.5 day tournament. The girls division. Great time was had by all. As far as the engage sequence, everybody but everybody went in grumbling. Oh, this is gonna suck, I don't like it, it's patty cake, bunch of pussies, blah, blah, blah. And then as we got into it, as both refs and players got into it, we found out it's not so bad. It's not, yeah, there are a few things that need to be tweaked on it. We'll talk about it when we get out there that aren't on any of the training videos. Comments from the props themselves. And like I said, we'll get into it out there where you can actually see what's going on. So yeah, if I could get a half a second during that time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Vale won the tournament.
7-0.
7-0. The newspaper up in Glenwood is going to say 7-5. And yeah, we won't say who the ref was because he's had score issues before. But yeah, good time.
Weaver wasn't there?
Weaver?
Good time.
Ray, how was your time?
2 red cards and 1 tied score.
It was a very expensive weekend for Ray. We had 2 red cards and a tie in a girls' tens game. You have to work on that. But Ray did an awful lot of learning. You could see as the day went on, his ability and his confidence level just ratcheted up the scale. Craig had a good time reffing. He did well. I ran a game and a half, and okay, I ran 2 games. Oh, I ran a game too. And yeah, it was just, you know, it was a fun weekend. It was, you know, those rugby weekends that don't necessarily go towards a national championship, they're still good. Get that camera off me.
Well, stop talking.
Wait, I'm in a witness protection program or something, man.
Real quick, guys. What's the law 6?
Referees.
What's law? What's 6?
What's the question?
What's law 6?
Referee's
I'll deal
decision
with
is
that.
fine.
No, that's part of
He's a referee.
Before you go too long, those players are going to disappear. So,
Yeah. They know except 30.
No, they don't know.
Andre knows.
Andre's gone. Andre's kids.
Okay.
Start walking.
Alright, okay.
How we go?
You wanna go? Someone just send something down there.
Law 6 is referees.
Come back, that's official.
Match officials.
No.
Match officials. And I do that regularly.
Should be continued downstairs.
Well,